We are so incredibly proud of his hard work, his dedication, his talent, and even more proud to call him a fellow Texan. It's my honor and privilege to welcome Glen Powell into the Texas Film Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know I got this. That's incredible. Wow, this is really, really incredible. This stage is actually the spot where after Spy Kids, actually right before Spy Kids, I did all of my musical theaters. I did Music Man and Sound of Music and Oliver. I have my signature down on the wall in the dressing room. Anyone that's met me for 5 minutes knows I'm a Texan. I love Texas so much. I love Texans, and I was born and raised here. I got to cut my teeth with someone like Robert Rodriguez and Spy Kids, which at the time was the pinnacle of life. Spy Kids was like the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, and watching Robert on that movie, he's playing guitar, he's hanging out, you know, the cast is playing basketball, and they're making movies. He made it just look so fun, and this job is still the most fun job on the planet, and I'm so grateful for people like Robert Rodriguez for making that experience so positive early. And now I'm getting to collaborate with Richard Linklater. That's who directed the movie, by the way. Sometimes who has now become one of my best friends on the planet, and I get to call a hero a collaborator, and it's been absolutely incredible. There's a few people I want to thank that are not often thanked along this journey. One of those people is here tonight, Peggy Langford. Peggy Langford is my kindergarten teacher. I don't know where you are, Peggy. I've never called you Peggy, but Mrs. Langford is what I've called you my whole life. Mrs. Langford, in a parent-teacher conference, told my parents I was a very shy kid. I didn't necessarily engage quickly with people, but she saw that when I got up in front of people, when I was acting, when I was putting on a character, that I really came to life. And she was the one who told my parents, you should really give this thing a shot. Really chase his dreams, and it's such an important thing to tell people's parents that sort of thing, because your parents are your wingmen on this journey, and I have the best wingmen alive. But thank you, Peggy, for putting that in my parents. I also want to thank my 5th grade teacher, Judy Allen, who's also here. There she is. Oh, Miss Allen. Miss Allen taught me the wonderful lesson of delayed gratification, and I think she was more referring to a 5th grader going into 6th grade and all the things that go along with that. But really, so much of my discipline and so much of my focus about the things that you want in life, you're going to have to work hard and you're going to have to wait for them, all came from Miss Allen. So I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for that lesson. It's really paid off. Also want to thank my football coach, Coach Wood. He's also here. I don't know where you are, Coach Wood. Coach Wood really taught me the lesson of showing up, and not only showing up for practice 2 times a day in Texas, but showing up for other people and identifying as someone who shows up. And he really taught me that, and that's makes you a man before you're ready for it. But it's a strong character quality, and I really owe you that. So thank you, Coach. Well, speaking of not showing up, I'm going to call out my high school counselor, Michelle Coteres. Michelle Coteres taught me the value that attendance wasn't really valued. I missed a lot of class in high school because I was trying to do this thing called acting, and I would miss for auditions, and I'd miss to shoot. And Michelle really helped me work the system. Without you, I would have been expelled, and life could have gone very differently. So I really appreciate you, Ms. Gutierrez. Thank you. I want to thank my creative writing teacher in high school, Dr. Shack. There we are. Dr. Shack, when I was a sophomore in high school, Dr. Shack introduced me to Richard Linklater. I was the only person in his creative writing class. Everybody else was writing prose and poetry. I was obsessed with movies, so I wanted to write screenplays. And he really pushed that dream on me, and he exposed the entire class to Richard Linklater, and we watched the movies, and he even brought his editor, Sandra Adair, who is the editor on our movie, to talk to my high school class. So it really takes great teachers to chase those passions. I knew I loved to act, but he really instilled that love of screenwriting in me. So thank you, Dr. Shack. Anybody that knows me also knows I roll deep with family. I have all of them here tonight. First off, I want to call out Aunt Honey and Aunt Taffy, and all my cousins who... I have the most fun family on the planet who supports me, but even better than that, they love costumes, and they love playing around, and they love fun. They don't let me take myself too seriously, and I've had the greatest childhood that was just so teeming with creativity and fun, and I'm so grateful for my family for every step of the way for cheering me on. So thank you guys for being here tonight. I also want to thank my team for being here tonight. I got Gary Mantouche, Alex Maybed, Joe Mahota, Tim Duenas, Dan Rabinow, Greg Sluitt, and Crystal Lord. The thing about Hollywood can ruin you if you don't surround yourself with great people. And thank goodness I am surrounded by the best doormen. In terms of doormen, I mean, the party's happening, but you guys are making sure the party's staying good. You guys keep it all tight, and I have been so lucky because you look after my family, you look after my heart and my creative instincts, and even a movie like this, letting me chase this has been just incredible. So thank you guys for all the hard work you do. It's truly exceptional. I pinch myself every day that I get to be represented by people like you. I also want to thank my sisters, Lauren and Leslie. As a middle child between two boys, there's no greater thing than to be raised by strong-willed, smart women who teach you all the best in things in life. So thank you, Lauren and Leslie. Also want to thank my parents, Mama Powell and OG, the original Glen. When I did The Sound of Music here, my parents sat right over here, and they didn't miss one performance, 26 out of 26. It is an incredible thing. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that they cameo in every movie I do. They're on every set. They're about to join me in South Africa on a movie that I'm doing here shortly, and their acting skills have only gotten better with time since Spy Kids 3, their first cameo. But it's an incredible thing to have amazing parents. I'm just to have them here tonight. It's amazing having this in my backyard. It's amazing to have this in the place where I caught the acting bug, but to have my parents here tonight, it's truly extraordinary. When Sound of Music ended, I remember walking towards the back of this stage, and I sobbed, and I couldn't stop sobbing because it was one of those experiences that you made all these friends, you made all these experiences, and I didn't know if I was going to get to experience that again. And the fact that I get to do this job, the fact that I get to do this career and experience that every day of my life, it's incredible, and I hope I get to bring more projects back to Texas, employ Texans, and lift Texans up. I really appreciate you guys all being here tonight. This is really the honor of a lifetime. This is way cooler than an Oscar, and I didn't even have to campaign for it. So thank you guys so much.